Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Jordan's vlog. And again, we are working on his own hypertrophy, his own size, his own thickness, and we're going to make some adjustments based upon this week. He wasn't super happy with some things the way this week went down. We are starting to realize, even though he's had a powerlifting background, we don't even need to back squat to get his squat up. I oftentimes do that. I have some clients who sometimes the heavier squats start to beat them up a little bit, and therefore we take them out for a while, use machines and all those things, build their lower body up, and then they come back and still hit big squats. But his upper body day, his first press day here, right? So we have a press day at the start of the week. We start with a flat bench. Then we go to incline. Now, most of this is going to be in around the 5 to 8 rep range for these exercises, these big barbell movements. It's usually where I like to keep my guys if we're not doing a heavy top end set or training maxes. And we took that set obviously to failure. So again, for him, chest is a priority right now. So for chest, we do about 9 total sets, whereas in a lot of the other muscles, we do a little bit less, right? For some of the other muscles, we only do about 6 work sets total, but his chest, we do 9. We work it from 3 different movements. So we do flat bench, we do incline barbell bench, and then we do incline dumbbells. And as you can see there, he pretty much reached failure, right? Reaching muscle failure. And again, we want to finish that chest out because we're really trying to build that upper chest. All right, and then we finish up with some tricep press downs. He's already got really big triceps, so we only need one really good exercise to finish him off because, again, chest is a priority. And for the people who claimed his pictures were Photoshop, there you see him shirtless, right? Obviously, we want to get a little leaner later, but the guy's stacked. So anyone who's trying to say, oh, that's Photoshopped. The pictures, well, there you have him training. You look at the size of the triceps and everything, right? All right, and we go over to his pull day this weekend. Again, we're about to adjust this a little bit. We're going to adjust the pulling and everything in the deadlifts. We're going to start putting them into a pull day for back. All right, but what we are doing here is deficit deadlifts, right? So his posterior chain work, we do deficit deadlifts, right? And we're taking those sets to about 0 reps in reserve, and then we do glute ham raises for him, right? We do glute ham raises, and again, we're trying to get as strong as possible. And I'm a big fan for certain lifters for the glute ham raise. Of course, he finds the reverse hyper he has access to really uncomfortable because they've got one of those hybrid units you see there. Some people find those really awkward and uncomfortable. So until we kind of get that into a better situation, or until he can learn to use it more comfortably, we may kind of pull it out of the rotation. So again, he finds it difficult to set up, and that is one of the big problems with those sort of hybrid units like that. I've had some clients who enjoy them and some who do not. I mean, they're a great idea for budget. They're a great idea for space saving. But it's just the angles involved for some people. They just simply cannot make them work. They're uncomfortable, problematic for them. But as far as building a posterior chain goes, deficit deadlifts plus glute ham raises will absolutely do it. They will get the job done. In fact, that's a fantastic combination for building the posterior chain, right? Fantastic combination. So again, and he usually does 3 sets of that. But again, when sets are hard, people don't necessarily need a lot of volume. You know, some people would look at what he's doing and it's like, okay, he's got a lot of volume for chest, but what about everything else? Well, it's just simply unnecessary. Okay? If you were training hard enough with progressive overload, right? 5-6 sets per muscle gets the job done. I mean, no, seriously, look how I'm looking these days, guys. Isn't that what I do? Other than things like my biceps. I mean, we could say delts, but it's like one of my exercises is really just front delt anyways. Other than my biceps, I don't do more than about 6 sets. Okay? Yet I'm over here pretty jacked. And he's done this. And you guys remember some of my other clients who did stuff like this? Remember Isaac? Isaac only did about 5 sets. He never did more than 10 sets of muscle per week. Jacked and stacked natty. And his training was far from perfect. I couldn't always get him to get the form I wanted and stuff, and the ego lifting. But it didn't matter, did it? He still got jacked, and that's the point. All right, so what do we do then for his back? Well, we do wide grip weighted pull-ups, and then we do one-arm dumbbell rows. Okay, good combination. I mean, if we want complete back development, right, a good solid pull-up and then a row. But a row where we can get a deep stretch. And again, notice with the arms, notice those triceps. Guys got triceps for days. Hey. And then we keep it simple from there. Very simple. Barbell curl. Incline curls. Most guys, that's all they need for their biceps. Right? That is literally all most guys are ever going to need for their biceps. It works. It gets the job done. Okay? Gets the job done. We're going to work on getting those a hair stricter, but they're still pretty good, right? Because it's still a big compound movement, not as worried about it. As long as we get these incline curls sorted, right? We get the incline curls in a good spot, we're good to go. Okay? Good to go there. And I don't think I got his shoulder work this week. We ended up not getting the delt work on camera, but we did some upright rows and stuff. All right, we did those things. All right, incline curls though, right here, taking them to failure, and done. All right, for his leg day, very straightforward, 4 exercises. Back squat, which we're about to rotate out, right? We're just going to rotate it out. Rotate it out, we'll go over to leg pressing, hack squats, stuff like that. Because again, he's noticing the back squats are just beating him up on the axial loading, the fatigue he's getting from it. He's struggling with it with his lifestyle and everything he's got going on. So I told him, well, at least if we keep the deficit deadlifts in, we'll get all of that. Because won't that still build your squat? You get good at leg presses or hack squats, get good at deficit deadlifts, right? Your squat will go up. So here, then afterwards, we do leg press. And then while we've got the leg press slide loaded up, we go ahead after this and we end up doing our calves on it. So again, the toe presses, the calf raises. Okay. We have the calf raises, and then of course we finish up with hanging leg raises, which you guys will see all of that here coming up. But overall, decent week this week. Some of it he was a little frustrated with, but that's okay. Told him, let's just set the week behind you. We're going to adjust the programming to work around your schedule better because we had some scheduling conflicts with the way we structured the days. But we're going to make it work. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.